You happy now? Hey guys, it's Cartoon Fox Guy, and yes, after my tweet I made last night on X, Twitter, about finding these at GameStop in Canada, mind you, I am on Ontario, we have them here today. I decided, why not? We gotta at least give you kids some kind of bendy content, since I'm clearly losing subs because there's no bendy on my channel. Thank you for that. So I did decide I am going to grab these and review them for you to, let's say, hold you over until I can get my hands on Wave 2. I almost said 4. So this is a surprise to find, but this is the 3-pack of what they're calling vinyl figures. We have Bendy here. Let's see if I can zoom up on that. There's Bendy. We have Allison. And we have a very cute looking Tom. And then on the back here, it kind of shows you that these are supposedly articulated. I'm kind of interested to see where the articulation works in these. It kind of gives you an idea on the right side there. Definitely can't wait to see how these articulate and if these actually feel great or if they feel cheaper than the regular Jakks basic line figures. The side of the box kind of gives you a presentation of all 3 figures showcased on the side. Like the basic Jakks figures, we have the same render of Cartoon Bendy. And here on the bottom, we have our price tag and legal info. This will run you $19.99 plus tax, Canadian price at GameStop. And yeah, so I think we will get into opening these up and seeing if these are actually maybe worth picking up or if they are a pass. So without further ado, let's get into the first ever review on YouTube of these 3 little vinyl figures. Let's open them up. So we have the figures kind of out of the box halfway. I kind of noticed they're in this little clamshell here. They do have some little cut ties, and it looks like you do kind of get a cardboard display thing with them, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, let's get them out of here. Okay, so I have them all out of the box in this cool little display. So you do kind of get a cool little stage looking kind of display for them, which I think is kind of cool as a little option. I can't tell exactly what it is behind them. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. But you do get that, which I think is a cool option to have. But let's take a look at the actual figures themselves. So we'll start here with Bendy. Very interesting feeling figures. They're very light. I'll start with that. They weigh like nothing. I was messing around with them off screen to kind of test articulation. I'll tell you right now, the only articulation they have is 3 sets. So they have a 360 at the head. They're kind of on a up and down swivel here. Kind of go up to there. Can go back to there. And same with this arm here. So I don't really know if I'm going to showcase the articulation too much because it does look like it's the same for all 3 of them. But for a figure his size, he's actually kind of cute. I actually think they've added more detail than they even needed to. But I'm actually still appreciative to see it there. Kind of like the little wrinkles under his eyes, the little, what do you call it? Dimple on the side there, the little dimples on the side of his smile. You got his little suit with the striped pants. Really cool. And at this point, I'll kind of throw some pictures on screen over this just so you can kind of get a better look at this figure. I do think this is pretty cool. That's basically all there is to Bendy, but I still do think for a first figure, of course you have to have a Bendy, and he is a pretty solid one, and I will compare him to the regular Series 1 Bendy from the original set. So here is the new little Bendy compared to the original Series 1 Wave 1 figure of Bendy, the more expensive version of the figure. And yeah, they're kind of cool side by side. You can definitely tell which one's the more pricier figure. But honestly, they are really kind of cool together just to see the two different versions of them. Moving on to Allison, and this is our first Allison figure from Jakks Pacific, so woohoo! Only hoping we get a proper figure of her in Wave 3. That'd be my big hope, because don't have a regular Allison to compare to this one. But this one's pretty cool. They actually have added some of that kind of like gloss paint from what you'd expect from these BENDY Jakks figures on this Allison. BENDY he's more matte black, but they have kind of give you that glossy look on the Allison and the Tom. So that is pretty cool. Detail wise, it's pretty cool. I do like all the ink kind of drip effects on her for being as small as she is. Do kind of like the tears in her outfit. Not a lot of paint on these, but it is still kind of cool for what the kind of figures they are. We got her kind of, what is that, like a, her halo kind of brace, I don't know what you call those, on the top of her head there, her horns. I do like they kind of give her for this, like the little cartoon eyes. I think that's actually really cool. And I will also, again, have just better pictures on screen as I'm showing this on camera right as of now as it's filming, just to kind of give you a better look at the actual Allison figure. So yeah, I actually do think this is a really cool figure. I definitely like this one a little more than the BENDY, just because it's kind of nice to have a new Allison and our first one from Jakks, and honestly, it's not too bad for a start. Definitely excited though to see what they can do with Allison and the actual wave of figures. So yeah, there is Allison. Oh, did forget to show you her articulation. Same as BENDY, the arms go back like that. Like that. Oh, we're out of focus there. Sorry about that. And her head probably goes 360. I'm not going to turn that 360 though, but her head does turn. So yeah, sorry about that. There is the articulation on Allison. Okay, now we are finally at Tom. Tom is actually a pretty cool one, I will admit. I do like his details. I do like that he's kind of got like these little darker spots of paint for his buttons. He's got a little more paint on him, I think. He's got some more color variations of yellow, which I think is kind of cool for his mechanical arm. His little buckle. I do like his little facial expression. I think it's funny. It's very, very Tom, accurate looking kind of face. I like this cool little detail of battle damage. I don't know what that is. He's missing his little ear up here. That's pretty cool. And then of course on the back we have the Joey Drew Studios legal information. The back's a little plain, but that's basically basically it for Tom. I will kind of ramble on here for a second so I can throw some photos on screen for you. I do also kind of like these ripped pants, or either they're ripped or they're like ink leaked. I don't know, ink soaked, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, there is Tom. And quickly running over Tom's articulation, we have a little paint defect there. No worries. His arms do the same, kind of go back and forth. Same with his little mechanical arm there. And of course his head can go 360, just like BENDY's, and I'm sure Allison's, but I just didn't want to mess with that. And I also have the Wave 1 action figure version of Tom to compare to this one. So here is the little vinyl figure of Tom compared to the actual Wave 1 figure. Definitely the more superior figure is the actual Wave 1 figure, but I still actually think this little version of Tom is very, very cute. And honestly, I do think these vinyl figures are actually pretty neat for what they are. So that about wraps up this video, taking a look at this vinyl 3-pack for the Jakks Pacific BENDY figures. They're pretty overall solid figures. If you're into like these little chibi-esque versions of the figures, these are definitely going to be up your alley. So if you do want these and you're in Canada, Ontario, keep an eye out at your local GameStops for these. Again, retailing for $19.99 plus tax in CAD. I will be getting a hold of the plushie soon, after Fan Expo because they are starting to hit my Walmarts, so keep an eye out for that. Again, I do not just post bendy content, so don't go all hyped on me. I am just doing this because, again, we are finally starting to see them here, and yeah, just keep an eye out for that. See you in the next one.